Now this is a podcast all about Bears. You either cheering for this team or just pulling your hair. I like to take a minute, just sit right back and tell you how I became the #1 Bears fan.
That boy is Benny Hunter.
Cake on the mic, cake on the mic, cake on the mic, cake on the mic. People, this the intro. Sacramento, California, born and raised. And Antelope is where I spend most of my days. Talk bad about my team, you must be a clown. This is Keek on the mic, so you know you better bear down. Bear down.
Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Keek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. So, Bears fans, Ryan Poles made his first official free agency move as the Chicago Bears GM. Per Ian Rappaport, the Chicago Bears are signing defensive tackle Larry Ogunjobi from the Cincinnati Bengals. The deal is a 3-year deal, $40.5 million, with $26.35 million of that is guaranteed. Obviously, this deal cannot become official until Wednesday about 4 p.m. Eastern time, but Ryan Poles' first move, and I have to say, guys, I really like his first move that he made for the Chicago Bears, as Ogunjobi was an absolute force to be reckoned with for the Cincinnati Bengals last season. He's about to turn 28 in June. He is 6'3", 304 pounds. He had 7 sacks, 12 tackle for loss, and 16 QB hits for the Bengals last season. Ogunjobi will be able to come in and fit perfectly in Eberflus's 4-3 scheme as that 3-technique defensive tackle. Obviously, with questions about Bilal Nichols, obviously Akeem Hicks on his way out. Defensive tackle was one of the needs that the Chicago Bears needed to address. Obviously, there's a lot of Bears fans saying, well, how about offensive linemen? How about wide receivers? Trust me, that is coming. There's a process to how free agency works. I didn't even expect the Chicago Bears to make a sort of splash signing like this in the first wave of free agency. But Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears felt like we need to go out and get this guy, and I'm very pleased with the move. Of course, Coach Eberflus made it very clear at the Combine last week that he needed a 3-technique defensive tackle that was disruptive, and that is what Ogunjobi will bring to the Chicago Bears defense. He is physical, he's a disruptive guy, and was able to notch 40 total pressures and 25 hurries last season for the Cincinnati Bengals. So overall, I'm excited for bringing this guy in on a nice little contract. He's young, he's disruptive, he's physical, he's going to fit perfectly in Eberflus's defense. And obviously, this is just the one of many moves that Ryan Poles is going to make. But overall, I really like Ryan Poles' first signing as a Chicago Bears GM. But like always, how do you guys feel about the signing of Larry Ogunjobi? Let me know down below in the comment section. And like always, this is a process. I know a lot of people are panicking. People were expecting offensive lineman right away or wide receiver to be Ryan Poles' first signing. That will come. Free agency is a process, so just relax, sit back, and enjoy the ride. And it will come, and everything will come together how it's supposed to. But before I let you guys go, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms, and make sure you share this episode of Keek on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. But other than that, I'll be back for an all-new Bears podcast right here on Keek on the Mic. Thanks, guys, and bear down.
You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't Keek on the mic. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't Keek on the mic. You can go and subscribe, cause I be on it right. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't Keek on the mic.